Hi, welcome to a vinyasa practice. My name is Kaylee. This will be a short and sweet 30-minute practice. When you're ready, you can meet me. We're actually going to start standing today. We're going to start in horse pose. Yay. So it'll take up a lot of space between your feet on your mat and then drop into a bend in the knees. You can start with your hands on your thighs, low back friendly, hands on the thighs. Let yourself shift around a little bit. This does not need to be the deepest wide squat ever, but find a spot where you feel like your muscles are starting to light up, where you can grip the floor with your feet, and then let yourself settle in. You can close the eyes down or just shift your gaze to one spot right down the bridge of your nose. Once you land, if it feels available to move your hands to your heart center, snuggle the elbows down to feel the shoulder blades melt down away from the ears. And then start to deepen your pattern of breath. So we're starting in a more challenging asana to tap right into Ujjayi breath. And just 2 more rounds of breath. Picture your inhales filling your entire body, breathing into every inch of your skin. As you exhale, push into your feet. Maybe your hips drop a little lower as you drive your knees out toward your toes. One more, breathe in. And finish your breath out. The eyes are closed, blink them open. Start to straighten out the knees, pivot the toes in. Sweep the arms up overhead, and then goal post your elbows. Hug the shoulder blades down your back. We're gonna do the opposite here. So we're gonna turn the fingers forward and round the shoulders towards your ears. Start to drop your chin toward your chest. Tiny little tuck of the tailbone so you start to feel the abdominals hugging in. I'm gonna take it back into that goalpost shape. Big inhale. Snuggle the shoulder blades down onto the back of the ribs. As you exhale, rotate around the shoulder socket with your upper arm bone. Point the fingers back and down. 2 more. Inhale, elbows move toward each other, shoulder blades squeeze. Exhale, round through the spine, through the upper back, chin tucks toward the chest. Last one, breathe in. And breathe out. We're going to weave the hands behind, try and interlace at the lower back, and then lift the hips again, lift the heart again. So I'm using that adjustment with the arms to find that interlace at the hands, but then I'm doing the opposite action through the shoulder blades, drawing shoulder blades together. Lift the pubic bone up, breathe in, and then big hinge to the hips as you fold forward, keeping the bind or letting it go. You can relax through the back of the neck, take a couple deep breaths, allowing the crown of the head to feel heavier. If you've still got the bind, gently release it down. Bring your right fingers off of your mat out to the side of your space, and then put a bend into your right knee. Shift your hips a little to the right as you sweep your left arm up and open. So I'm in a little side lunge, but my toes are still pointing toward the side of the mat. Lengthening out the spine, lengthening out through the back of the neck. Breathe in. And then just switch it out. Bring the left fingers down, bend into the left knee, and sweep the right arm up and open. Take a long inhale as you press back through your heels. And then exhale, right fingers down, right knee bends. One more, big breath in, reaching up through the left fingers, maybe a little higher. Exhale, left hand floats down, bend into the left knee, peel the right arm open, take a breath in. And then we're going to sweep the hands to the top of the mat, pivot the toes forward, step the left foot back to meet the right, and then slowly lower all the way down. You can always use your knees, lower all the way down to your belly. From here, wide arm cobra, walk your fingers off of your yoga mat, press down into the tops of the feet, and then peel your chest away from the mat. So you press the hip points down and imagine that the fronts of your thighs are moving up here. Breath in. Look toward the right side of the space as you draw the left side of your face and the left shoulder down toward the center of your mat. Take it back to that wide cobra. Inhale as you press into the tops of the feet and the fronts of the thighs. And then exhale, switch sides. Wide arm cobra, take a breath in. Forehead taps down onto the mat as you exhale. Tuck your toes under, hands right underneath your underarms. Breathe in. And then high push up. Maybe you use your knees. Maybe you come up in one strong piece. Pause there. Take a deep breath in. Lower your knees down. Big toes together. Wide knees. Child's pose. Press your hips back toward your heels. Notice the sensation of your breath as it moves through your body. And see if you can find a way to breathe that helps you feel more connected. Maybe an invitation as you breathe to derive a little bit more ease from your practice. Find some way to feel a sense of contentment or satisfaction or even enjoyment. One breath at a time. Instead of prioritizing how deep you go into each pose today, see if you can prioritize coming back to that connection to your breath, breathing big inhales and exhales, allowing the prana in your body to move around and reset. Right here, take one more big breath in through your nose. And then open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. And in tabletop position, stacking your wrists over or under your shoulders rather, and your knees underneath your hips. And then we're gonna bring the knees and the feet all the way together. Keep your shoulders over your wrists as you bump your hips side to side. I'm gonna try and keep my rib cage mostly still. And in order to move like this, I'm using my obliques quite a lot, hugging up through the lower abdominals and in through the sides of the waist. Take it back through the center. Wide knees now, or knees rather, hips distance apart. And shift the weight back without coming into child's pose. Just shift back so my hips are hovering above the heels. Then I'm going to shift my weight forward so that my shoulders are now past my wrist. Tuck the toes under here. Keep shifting forward. Hover your knees up off the mat. We're going to try and keep the knees lifted as we hover back. Straight arms on the way back. This time as you hover forward, bend your elbows into the sides of the body. Try to hover your whole body off the mat. And then hover it back, bending into the knees. Shift forward, bending into the elbows. Play around with this a little bit. You might have to adjust the distance between your wrists and your feet. Now we're working on a strong neutral spine here, trying to move the torso on the same plane. So I'm not doing it perfectly. It doesn't have to be perfect. But I'm trying to keep my trunk the same distance away from the ground the whole time for 3. Big breaths, 2. And 1. Let's shift all the way forward. Drop the knees, lower all the way down to your belly. Wide arm cobra. Take a breath in. Shrug the left shoulder down as you look to the right on your breath out. Back to wide cobra, breathing in. And switch sides as you breathe out. Wide arm cobra right through the center on the inhale. And then child's pose, press your hips toward your heels. Exhale. Take one breath in, feeling into the stretch. As you exhale, let your hips get heavier and your low jaw release. Tabletop position. This time we're going to tuck the right toes and drag the ball of the right foot back. Start to shift forward and backward, stretching out through your right calf, your right Achilles. Maybe you hold in that shifting back position for a breath or 2, really feel into the stretch. You can even come onto the top of the right foot and rotate through the ankle to just wake up little different angles through the ankle joint. And then let's shift forward once more so that the shoulders are stacked over the wrists. I'm going to take a mini bend in the elbows, rotate the inner elbows together, and then straighten the arms back out as I float my right leg up. Reach your left arm forward and find your balance, steadying your eyes to one spot. See if you can put a little more distance between your back toes and your front fingers. Breathe in. We're going to go elbow to knee underneath the body just one time like that. Take everything long. Try and keep the arm and the leg equal distance away from the ground as you breathe in. Left hand comes down, tuck the right toes under, drop the ball of the right foot to the mat behind you, and then pivot your right heel down. Find a side plank variation as you float the right arm up. To draw some circles through your right arm. They can be slow and small, switch direction, or a little faster and big, or some combination. Let your bottom ear dangle down toward your bottom shoulder. You take the right arm and reach it long, push down into the heel of your bottom hand and float the right leg up. Got hair all over my face today. Take a breath in, and then we're going to find a bind, reaching back with the right hand to catch the right foot, and then kick into that hand as you open up through the front side of the right hip, right quadriceps. Try not to slingshot anything. Maybe you keep that knee bent deeply. Use your hamstrings to keep your right heel hugging in, but reach that right arm long and then extend the right leg back. Take a breath in. Keep the right leg lifted. Square your chest to the mat as you exhale. Right hand comes down. Tuck the left toes under. We're going to find a three-legged dog, lifting that right leg up. Relaxing through the neck and the jaw again. Look forward toward your right pinky finger. Take a big step outside of the right hand with your right foot. And then left foot's going to step outside of the left pinky finger. Finding Malasana, hands to the heart center. We're going to move between Malasana and a forward fold a couple times. So I'm going to take a big breath in, nice and slow. Use a full exhale to fold forward, looking back between my knees or my thighs. Back to Malasana. Breathe in. Try and lengthen the crown of the head up toward the space above you. Forward fold on your breath out. Lift the hips, look back. 3 more. Inhale into your yogi squat. And exhale into your forward fold. 2 more rounds. If you'd prefer just to stay in one of these shapes as opposed to moving dynamically, we will meet up doing just that in a moment. The next time you find your yogi squat, pause there. Gently press your elbows into the inner thighs to lengthen out your spine. And see if you can push the inner thighs back into the elbows. Slide your thumbs down a little bit further toward the middle or the bottom of your breastbone. Take a breath in. And forward fold, let it go. Give your head a gentle shake as you heel toe your feet so that the toes point forward. And we're going to find a halfway stretch, bringing the palms onto the shins or up onto the thighs as you lengthen out the spine. Breathe in. Plant the hands at the very top of your mat, farther forward. Bend into your knees, lift your heels, bend into your elbows, and maybe from here, you jump to your low push-up. We take cobra or up dog, inhaling. And then child's pose, set the knees down, press your hips back. Take a breath. Back into tabletop position. Left toes tuck under, drive the ball of your foot back. And start to warm up and open through the back of your left ankle and calf. Option, if it feels interesting, to come to the top of the foot and move a little bit side to side. We're just exploring all these different angles in the foot and the ankle, waking up as many fibers in that foot ankle complex as possible. Shift forward, shoulders over your wrists, float the left leg up, and then float the right arm forward. Picture the right arm getting longer out in front of you and your left leg reaching further back behind you. Take a full breath in. Elbow to knee, long breath out. Stretch everything long on the inhale. Bring the right hand down. The left heel drops back, and then you spin open into your side plank, drawing some of those arm circles, shoulder circles with your left arm. And just allow the breath to move, switching directions of those shoulder circles, feeling your shoulder blade moving around, your upper arm bone moving around the shoulder socket. Take the left arm long, float the left leg up, bend your left knee, and then reach back, finding that bind. really interested in the sensation of the breath, maybe how that affects the experience that your body is having, that your mind is feeding you. Try to keep your knee bent, but let go of the foot, reach it long. Everything stretches long, big breath in, keep your left leg lifted, exhale, left hand down, square your chest, tuck the right toes under. We go three-legged dog, push the mat away with your hands as you reach for your left tiptoes. And then step both feet to the top of the mat, back into Malasana. From Malasana, take a breath in. Forward fold at the top of the mat as you exhale. Heel toe your feet a little closer together, whatever distance feels best for you. And rise it all the way up, taking your time. Root into your heels as you reach for your fingers. And then take a side bend by releasing the right hand down toward the right thigh. Lengthen your lower back, lift through your lower abdominals, and then reach that left arm up and over. Pushing down into all four corners, or all three corners, I should say. I like to say, of your foot. So the center of the heel, the big toe knuckle, the little toe knuckle. Let's rise it through the center on the in-breath. And then release the palm of the left hand down to your side bend. Couple deep breaths here, picturing the spine from tail to crown in this beautiful kind of C position. Use an inhale to come back to the center. Practice the elbows on the exhale. Fingers forward, shoulder blades round toward the ears as you take a breath in. And then exhale, interlace the hands at your lower back. Lift the chest, lift the chin, lift the hip points on the in-breath. With the bind, forward fold as you exhale. Release the bind, plant the hands forward in front of your feet a little bit. Bend into the knees, lift the heels, bend into the elbows perhaps. And then from here, we play with that jump back to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale to downward facing dog this time. Step your right foot through between your thumbs. Find a high crescent lunge as you pivot your back heel up and reach your arms up. Breathe in. As you exhale, lightening your arms by your side. Hug the inner thighs together like you're closing up a pair of scissors. And then feel that you're almost kind of lifting your right toes. You press down to the right big toe knuckle, the center of your right heel, and the base of your right baby toe. And reach the arms forward for a power lunge here. Breathe in. As you exhale, cactus the arms. Keep your lunge. Lift your chest through. Pivot the back heel down. Interlace your hands at your lower back. Lift up. And then bow forward. Humble warrior variation. And breathe into the stretch as you let your head be heavy and your knuckles get light. We're going to release the left hand down inside of the right foot under the left shoulder. Dragonfly twist. Imagine that you're pulling that right foot back toward the back of your yoga mat. You're keeping the knee bent. Breathe in. Exhale, right hand down. Step back to high push-up or float to a three-point chaturanga. Working your way through a vinyasa. Breathing in. And downward facing dog is our breath out. The left foot steps through. Keep the back heel lifted. Keep your hips heavy. Lift through the back of the right thigh as you rise to your high crescent lunge. Settling your eyes to one spot. Find your breath. Lightening your arms by your side. Lengthen the sides of the neck. Feel what's going on in your feet. Can you create a little bit more stability by rooting down to the base of your left big toe, base of your little left toe, and the center of your left heel. Reach your arms forward, power lunge, big breath in. Cactus elbows as you exhale, spin the back heel down, interlace your hands, lift your chest and fill up. And then humble warrior as you exhale, 2 deep breaths. We find our dragonfly twist, anchoring the right hand under the right shoulder. Imagine the spine growing longer with every inhale. Create more space across your chest. And on the exhale, left hand floats down, cycle through your vinyasa. We meet in downward facing dog. From down dog, just one time through that flow. Right leg goes high this time on the inhale. Curl knee to nose on the exhale, step it through, high crescent lunge. Use your whole breath into a rise. Lightning crescent as you exhale. Find your power lunge, breathe in. Rise with cactus elbows, spin the back heel down on the breath out. Interlace your hands at your lower back, lift your heart, and then bow forward, humble warrior. Straight to our dragonfly twist, take a long inhale. Vinyasa, we meet in downward facing dog. Keep your breath flowing smooth, inhaling up and open. Exhaling back to down dog, then the left leg will lift, breathe in. Curl and step it through on your breath out. High crescent lunge all the way in. Lightning, pull your fingers way back. Reach forward on the inhale. Cactus arms, exhale, back heel spins. Interlace at your lower back, lift your chin and fill up. Bow forward, humble warrior as you empty it out. Dragonfly is your next inhale. And then vinyasa, we meet in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we're going to slide the right knee forward, setting up for pigeon pose, but stay lifted for a moment. So you can walk the hands wide out to the sides of your mat, back a little bit. Lift your chest. Take a peek back, see if you can bring your left ankle, knee, and hip in line. You can always stay right here, breathing into the stretch, or it might feel good to start to walk the arms forward and down. Maybe stack your fists to make a pillow for your forehead. Perhaps you drop in, relaxing your chest or your face all the way onto your mat. Close the eyes or set your gaze to one spot. Really dive into whatever experience is unfolding as you breathe into the stretch. Just a few rounds of breath. And start to walk the hands back a little bit. Pressing the ground away as you tuck the back toes under. Lift your back knee, three-legged dog, right leg lifts. And then right foot steps down, downward facing dog. Slide your left knee through. Take your time to set up in pigeon pose, finding that lifted variation, checking the alignment of your back ankle, knee, and hip. And then settling into the version of the pose that feels satisfying in your body today. Close your eyes or set your drishti to one spot. And follow the movement of your breath. Start to walk the hands back in and up, lifting the chest, tucking the back toes, lifting the back knee, push the ground away, three-legged dog, left leg stretches out. And then step your left foot and then your right foot to the top, bend into your knees, sit down onto your butt, lie down onto your back with bent knees. We're gonna set up, coming right in for bridge pose or wheel. Push the feet down gently into your mat and then scoop the pelvis so that the sit points point toward your heels as you start to lift. The hip points will start to point toward the back of the knees. And push the feet not just straight down, but energetically push forward. Feel the space opening up in the front of the thighs as your chest moves closer to your chin. Reach the crown of the head away from your chest. Take a long breath in. And then slowly lower back down. Find happy baby as you reach for the big toes with your peace fingers. Close the eyes. Find a little rocking motion side to side here. From happy baby, setting up for a spinal twist, bringing the right knee over the left, and then letting the knees drift to the left as you tee or cactus your right arm. And come back to the center. Untangle the legs, straighten them out as you reach the feet for the ceiling, circle the ankles, wiggle the toes, and then switch left knee over right, spinal twist. Back to the center. And reach the legs back up toward the ceiling one last time. Point and flex through your feet. When you're ready, find Shavasana or a seated meditation, wherever you want to close your practice. And let everything settle as you allow your body to become still. Let go of trying to move the breath in any specific way. Just allow a few moments for things to land, for stillness to soak into every cell, every muscle, connecting your body, your mind, your spirit, to this inner source of wisdom, this inner source of insight that is really most available when we let ourselves get quiet and still. You can listen for my voice very shortly to end our practice. An absolute honor to teach, to guide, to have you sharing some of your time, precious time. Take all the time you like to move from your back to a seat if you're not already there. When you land, bringing your hands to your heart. And then finishing with a cleansing breath. Release the arms down to the side, palms facing out, and then big inhale out to the side as far as you can go. Keep breathing in as you reach the arms up overhead as high as they can go. Keep inhaling at the top, sip in just a little bit more breath. Open mouth, exhale, let it all go. Thank you again for showing up. Keep taking good care of yourself. I hope to see you again soon.